Welcome back to BC Sports Cards. I'm BC, and today I'm doing a VR for Mark's Dodgers Cards. He just hit 330 plus subs on his channel, so congratulations. I believe he's at 363 last time I checked, and so congratulations on that. Getting close to 400, so that's good. I just connected with Mark's channel not too long ago, 2 or 3 or 4 weeks ago, and started watching his videos and was enjoying it. He's obviously a Dodgers fan and has a huge vintage card collection, mostly graded cards, just fantastic collection. Pretty jealous about that because I don't have any vintage or very much, so very awesome. But on the VR, he asked us to do a couple things. First off, he wants us to show off some cards of players from our favorite team in the Hall of Very Good. So players that were very good players, but not quite Hall of Fame material. So I'm going to do that. And then he wants us to shout out 3 channels that don't qualify for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. So that's anyone with less than 3 years on YouTube. I don't have 3 years on YouTube yet. I've passed 200 or 2 years back in December of 24. So I'm going to shout out 3 channels that are in that 0 to 3 year range. So let's start out here with my first player in the Hall of Very Good. I'm a Cubs fan, as most of y'all can tell if you look in my setup here. Everything Cubs. But the first player I want to feature is this guy right here, Bill Madlock, Mad Dog. So Madlock was a very, very good player. He started out with the Rangers in '73. He was actually part of the trade from Texas to the Cubs for Fergie Jenkins. So that's pretty significant because Fergie Jenkins is a Hall of Famer. So Bill Madlock played with the Cubs from 74 to 76. His career spanned 73 to 87. So he only played like 14 seasons, but, which is, it's a good amount, but, some other players played upwards of 20. But he played with the Cubs between 74 and 76. And he actually had 2 great years. In 75, he won a batting title with the Cubs, 354 average. And then turned around in 1976 and went back-to-back on the batting titles, hit 339. So just an awesome player. Didn't have a long Cubs stint. Would have been nice if he'd had a little bit longer tenure with the Cubs. But for his career, he was a career 305 hitter. That's pretty good in your career with a 300 average. He had 2,008 hits, 163 homers, 864 RBIs. A lot of his best years, and most people think of him as a Pirate. He played between 78 and 84, 85, somewhere in there. I didn't write that down. But he actually won a World Series title with the Pirates, I believe, in 79. So awesome player, Bill Madlock, Hall of Very Good. The next one is another player that didn't have a huge, long Cubs tenure, is Mr. Dave Kingman. Dave Kingman was a giant of a man. I think he was 6'6". He played with the Cubs from 78 to 80. So again, a 3-year stint. But he had 2 really good years with the Cubs. He was an all-star in 79 and 80. And he was a masher. He didn't hit for high average. He struck out a lot, but he sure would hit the home runs. He's known to, and I'm not sure when this occurred, but he did hit a home run in a game one time that measured 530 feet. So I don't know if that was at Wrigley or not. I didn't look that up, but could have been. If the wind was blowing out, he hit it over the rooftops out of the street. But Dave Kingman was awesome. I've got another card here. He TTMs, so got him on this card. I love this card right here, the 81 Topps. That looks so cool. And he was an all-star in 1979, I believe. He ended up with a 236 career average, which is not that great. But he is in the 400 home run club. He hit 442 home runs and 1,210 RBIs. So not quite Hall worthy, but very, very good. So Dave Kingman, awesome player for the Cubs. My next one is a pitcher, and he was one of my favorite pitchers. And so that's going to be this guy right here, Carlos Zambrano. So this is actually out of Archives. I pulled this card. I think I have a hobby box. I'm not sure. Can't remember what year that was, 22 or 3. But Carlos Zambrano was an excellent pitcher for the Cubs. Now, he did play most of his career with the Cubs from 2001 to 2011. And I think he played one more year with the Marlins, and then he was kind of out of baseball. But basically, he pitched 10 years with the Cubs. And so he was a fiery player. Venezuelan. He got that Venezuelan blood in him. So he was just a very competitive player, very had antics a lot, and he just was a great pitcher. He was a 3-time All-Star. In his career, he was 132 and 91 with a 3.56 ERA. So very, very respectable. 1,637 strikeouts. Was a 3-time All-Star. 3-time Silver Slugger Award. Most people, I remember him as being a very, very good hitting pitcher. I think I featured that on a VR about a year ago about him being one of the best hitting pitchers. I think he hit 3 or 4 home runs one year. He hit 13 or 14 in his career, so very good hitting pitcher. He did throw a no-hitter in September of 2008. I believe that was against Milwaukee at their place. So very good there. But and he was he got in a fight one time with Rick Wilkins in the dugout. So he was pretty fiery, but very good pitcher. One of my favorite pitchers of all time for the Cubs. So Carlos Zambrano, holla, very good. The last player I want to feature is this guy right here, Mr. Kerry Wood. He's one of the most beloved players in Cubs history. Did a lot for the community while he was there. He still does, I think. I'm not sure if he lives around Chicago, but I know he still, supports things around Chicago. But he pitched most of his career with the Cubs. He pitched in 98. He was the NL Rookie of the Year in 1998. And as a rookie, he tied a Major League record for 20 strikeouts in a game. Most people will remember him for that, which is an amazing feat. It's been done a couple times. Roger Clemens, I think Randy Johnson did it too. But that's amazing. 20 strikeouts in one game. That's crazy. I think I watched that game actually. But he was the NL Rookie of the Year that year. And then he played from 99. I'm not sure what happened, if he was in the minors or he was hurt. But 2000 to 2008, and then again 2011 and 2012 he played. He had a lot of injury problems. So if you remember in 2003, it was him and Mark Pryor. They got to the NLCS and kind of blew it with the whole Bartman thing, the curse of the Billy Goat, whatever you want to call it. That was the year the Cubs should have won the World Series, but obviously they didn't. Broke the hearts of Cubs fans, but he was just a great player, great pitcher. Everybody loves Kerry Wood in Chicago. He was 86 and 75, so pretty respectable there. 3.67 ERA with 1,582 strikeouts. He's a 2-time All-Star, and he is in the Cubs Hall of Fame. So he actually, not sure if it was his first go-around or his second. He actually was the closer, and I think he had 63 saves. I don't know if they were all with the Cubs or not, but he ended up closing some games toward the end of his career. But Kerry Wood, he's another one of my favorite players of all time. This is an awesome autograph on an 86 Topps design from 2021. So very cool on that. Kerry Wood in the Hall of Very Good. Wood is good. Very good. All right, so that's all the players I've got in my Hall of Very Good. Now for my shout outs to 3 channels that are less than 3 years on YouTube. The first one is a very good friend of mine, and that's going to be Hammy at Hammy and Son. Hammy is awesome dude, great member of the community. We talk a lot on the phone, texting and phone calls and things like that. And so glad that he's back doing videos. He's back at home. So one of my best friends in the community, and just a great, great guy. So give him some love and support. If you don't subscribe to him, go over there, check him out. Of course, he does rips with his son. So that's awesome. A father-son duo. And they're at 645 subs right now. So let's try to get them to 700. And so you won't be disappointed. He's he does a lot, mostly football. Him and his family are big Packers fans. And so they show off a lot of their Packers collection and do a lot of pack rips with the football products. So you won't be disappointed. Go check out Hammy and Son. Good guy. And awesome. Just go over there and check him out. The next channel that's less than 3 years on YouTube is one of my favorite channels as well. Mac Wax Stacks. Oh, BK. BK now is a character. I love his videos. He does such a great job with editing and putting in funny stuff. And I mean, he's one of the best video makers, I think, on YouTube. And he has certain things that he collects. I know he's a Detroit Tigers fans. He's got an Oral Hershiser PC. Patrick Ewing, I believe, and a few others. But he's most known for the stash cards, Stashy Stash. So I know he's collecting cards for his Mount Stashmore. And I've sent him a few cards with that. I ended up getting some 70s cards that I sent to him, and those are great for stash cards. So big Andre the Giant fan too. He shows off his giant cards, man. And so BK's awesome. He's at 365 subs. We need to get him higher. He needs to have more subs than that. He needs to be at least 500, but let's try to get him to 400. Go over there and check out BK at Mac Wax Stacks. And also the Mac is for the Mid-Athletic Conference. So he collects cards of players who played in the MAC conference. So that's awesome. That's very, very specific collection, and it's pretty awesome. So baseball, basketball, football, he collects guys that played in that conference. So very cool. So go check out BK at Mac Wax Stats. You won't regret it. And the last channel I want to shout out is a good friend of mine and fellow TTMer is Leslie Smith. Les has been doing videos for, I think, a little over 2 years. And he is a legendary TTMer. Pretty much, he does a few other stuff, showing off mail days and some of his collection, but mostly he does TTMs. And he's got over 100 TTM videos on his channel. And so he's very good. He participates in a lot of the TTM challenges. And I believe he's in the team challenge with Chasing Inc. We're doing a team challenge for 13 weeks. It just started this past weekend. I'm not sure which team he has, but he'll be showing off cards of the team he's got for that challenge. So check that out. But he sends out a lot of vintage cards to TTM with all the different sports: baseball, football, basketball, hockey, the 4 major sports. So just a great guy. Big TTMer, has a great autograph collection. So he definitely, at 193, we can get him to 200, no problem. So if you don't know Les, Look him up. Go over there, give him a sub, give him some hobby love, comment on some videos, like some videos, and he's just a great guy. So that's my 3 channel shout outs, and that's the video, folks. Mark, congratulations on 300 plus. I mean, you're not too far from 400, so good luck on that. Keep up the good work. I got an awesome channel, awesome collection. All right, folks, that's it. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care.